What's up, y'all? Welcome back. We have a new garage, new pain cave setup. I want to walk you guys through it. We moved a couple weeks ago. I had this like blank canvas to work with. Empty garage. I was able to make it my own. And the overall theme was to eliminate the barriers between me and a bike ride, between me and making a video about bikes. I want to make it as easy and streamlined as possible. So I got some pro tips along the way. Let's just do a crib style walkthrough of my pain cave / garage setup. Let's dive into it. All right, let's start over here at the back. And I wanted to talk about the stationary bike setup. I'm gonna do my best to talk about the actual specific stuff. And if you guys want, I'll link everything that I have in here down in the description if you're curious. So Stages SB20 for the indoor bike. Here in California, we're blessed with very amazing weather. Sunny day outside. So I don't have to spend a whole lot of time on this thing, but sometimes the highest quality workouts, even if it's a sunny day, is on the indoor trainer. So again, eliminate barriers. So it's already set up. What I like about the stationary bike is I don't have to set up a bike, on a trainer. I don't have to take off the wheel, do that whole thing. I can just hop on, it's ready to go. And the fans are ready to go. Already pointed in the right direction. Plus, this is an important one, is the laptop is here with the mouse. And I can just pull this screen out with one hand. And, if it's just one of those, 1 or 2 hour endurance rides, or even longer endurance rides on the trainer, if you can manage longer than 2 hours on the trainer, you can watch a movie, you can watch a show or whatever, and it's good to go. Oh, this is key. Well, check this out. Guys, if you're not doing this, I don't know what you're doing. This guy right here is an Amazon special. Again, I'll link it. But the fans are hooked up to this. I think they're working now. Let's just... Yeah. Bam. And then... off. So, I know it doesn't seem like much, but it's well worth the $10 or whatever this thing costs to not have to get up off of your training ride. You've done your warm-up, you're starting to do that effort, whether it's Zwift or whatever, you're in the middle of an interval. You don't have to get up and turn the fans on, which is annoying. You can just push the button. Pretty convenient. So that's my tip there. And eliminate barriers. You can hop on this thing and do a training ride within minutes. How about the NASA sticker? That's so cool. They were about to throw this thing away. The classic NASA meatball logo. They were about to throw that thing away. I was like, no, I'm going to hang on to that. And I've had it for like years. I finally found a use for it, and that is on my old Workbench. So this one's in the corner. There isn't enough real estate on the tabletop here, and that's the reason why I ended up getting with this bigger one for this new garage, is there just wasn't enough. The way I work, guys, is I put things on tabletops when they're ongoing projects. It's clean right now. That's one of the reasons I wanted to make this video. But these will fill up with clutter. Well, ongoing projects, let's say. It's clutter. But ongoing projects kind of sit on top of the table. And so tabletop real estate's really important for me. Anyway, there wasn't enough here. But man, I really like the way that sticker came out. That looks so cool to me. Over here is where I kind of fill up bottles. And I can charge some batteries over here in the corner. And then all of kind of the ancillary, like not so used tools go in here. Look, it's kind of a mess, I'm not gonna lie. But this is where you can see there's some clamps and stuff and a blade and just things I don't use very often go over here. Same in this one. There's that fiber grip that we talked about in the Insta360 video. Some weird batteries, a chain whip for a single speed bike, stuff you don't use a whole lot goes over here. But what I found myself doing over here is I pull up the chair, and then if I'm doing some tedious task on my bike, or some bike part on top of this counter, I like to do it here because, check this out, this thing just swivels. And now I can, with the mouse, Bam. I can figure out how exactly do I set up SRAM again? What's the process for syncing all the SRAM components? Or like what's the Newton meter of chainring bolts again? I can just bam, click that away, and then I can have, a YouTube video playing on telling me exactly how to do it if it's something I've forgotten or something like that, or even just, again, like a show or whatever to pass the time. So that's kind of convenient in this setup. I have a lot of just white wall over here that doesn't look particularly good, and here's that tragic SL7, if you guys remember. I broke my collarbone doing this to this frame. I was going to put that up on the wall like I had in my last place. I don't know if it's too morbid or not to put it up there. It gets a lot of comments, so I kind of like it. Let me know if you guys think that would be a good look for that corner up there. And then, yeah, not much to speak of here. I installed these cabinets, and a lot of it's personal, family kind of stuff that I'm not going to talk about, but I do have some cycling stuff. And I think it's this one. Yes, this one. So we will open this up. We'll talk about what's going on in here. Just a lot of nutrition stuff. I have a bunch of ketone products. I have clean, empty bottles, multivitamins, more gels and things in here. And what else do we have? Glasses, some pre-race stuff, sunscreen, electrolytes. You kind of get the picture. Down here we have helmets and shoes. Things that I just don't use that often, but more bike parts. It looks like we have some cranks in here. And then, down at the bottom is like, you guys know when you get a bike, it comes with the box with all of like the bike specific stuff. That's what those are. So you kind of get the idea for, here we'll do one more shot. One more idea of what's going on over here. We'll close this up. And what do we talk about next? Should we talk bikes? Actually, I'm going to talk about these jerseys, because these are important to me. These each have some significance. And this is another thing, almost like this NASA sticker. I was like, what am I ever going to do with these jerseys? And I was like, yes, I finally found a way to use these jerseys for something. So this one kind of speaks for itself. Significant because this was the year I won both the district road race and criterium championship. Very proud of that one. And then, of course, I did what we saw a second ago with that SL7 and broke my collarbone. And I've been trying to get back to that crazy level of fitness again. I think next year's the year, guys. I think it is. And then this middle jersey. This is from the Legion of Los Angeles Into the Lion's Den race. And despite the video I made that was criticizing their execution of the race, I was so proud of being invited to this thing. I really like what Legion's doing and the Williams brothers are doing, and I just think what they did was so cool. Hey, what's your favorite number? Mine's 19. We're going to put your name on the jersey and a number like other sports. I thought this was such a cool idea, and I was just proud to be part of that, and I was honored that they thought of me and Team Mike's Bikes, of course. It says down here at the bottom. So that was a really cool event and something I'm proud of, so it's on the wall. Now this one, I won't go in too deep into the story on this one. This is obviously HTC High Road. This is like peak Mark Cavendish, right? This is the 2011, this was from the Tour de France. I went with my buddy Daniel, shout out Daniel, and we followed the tour around. Now, my other friend, Paul, had some access to inside the HTC High Road team. Now, Daniel and I tried our best to lug our 50-pound touring bikes to meet him for the stage where he had access. Unfortunately, we weren't able to make it, but this jersey, through Paul, came from HTC High Road. And what this represents to me, even though the story isn't particularly exciting, is this is when in 2011, I first entered the P12 field and I got my butt kicked, but I went and I watched the tour, and this is when I completely fell in love with the sport. And this just is such a formative time for me, watching Mark Cavendish and the HTC High Road lead out do their thing. Like it's just a cool jersey. It just brings me back to this specific moment in time, and that's the reason it's on the wall. So let's talk what next? Bikes, or we'll do bikes for the end. We'll talk about this tool chest. I put these lights in because more light, always better. This is more desktop real estate. So not much to say here other than the tools that are here are specifically ones that I use on the regular, and that's why they're out here on the pegboard. And then of course we have helmet and shoes. Remove the barriers, right guys? Everything is out here ready to go. I have the glasses, the gels, the heart rate strap. I even have over here a kit ready to go, ready to put on. So I can be out within minutes with bottles mixed, with sunscreen put on, shoes, helmet, glasses, everything's ready to go. We're eliminating the barriers to a training ride. I have all my clothes, my clean clothes for cycling, all my kit, jerseys, everything goes down in these. I have a set of wheels out here. I was thinking about putting the rest of my wheels maybe up on this wall, like hanging them from the ceiling or something. But for now, they're just in the backyard in cases. But yeah, that's the story behind this this tool chest and desktop. Bikes. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on these bikes, but you guys know the wind space. I use it a lot for testing. This bike actually belongs to me. Same with the Scott. This bike actually belongs to me. I use it a lot for testing. It is like the raciest race bike that I own. Let's make it look a little bit better. We can't with one hand. But this is like the raciest bike that I own, like the pure road bike. And then we have over here the team bike. Mike's Bikes, the Cervelo Soloist, and it is, again, ready to go. It's already got, you know, the tubes and stuff in here, and it is just resting on the stand. So, yeah, again, matching the theme of just getting out and going. It's ready to go, and of course, I can, you know, clean the chain and do all that stuff just straight from this workbench. Chair on wheels, so if I'm working on something here, it is easy just to slide over, tinker with the bike a little bit, and then come back to the desk and grab a tool or whatever I need to. This is the Polygon. I just made a video about this. Now, this bike is for sale. By the time you're listening to this, it is listed on bicycle.com, today's video sponsor. Bicycle is a marketplace for pre-owned road, gravel, and mountain bikes with a ton of premium offerings. Look, as someone who has bought and sold a lot of bikes in shady Craigslist deals, exchanging large sums of cash in a sketchy parking lot somewhere, this service that Bicycle provides is a no-brainer. So if you're the seller, it's a super easy process. I just went through it. The listing information gets auto-populated when you enter the make, model, and year of the bike you're selling. Then Bicycle suggests a listing price, but that's what it is. It's just a suggestion. You can set the price for whatever you want. As you can see here, I have listed this bike to sell super quickly. My wife says that I have too many bikes, so this one needs to go. Little does she know, I am freeing up this space for another new bike. Hopefully she's not listening to this. Anyway, if you're the buyer, it's also incredibly easy. No need to pull out thousands of dollars of cash and meet a stranger at the park. Bicycle facilitates the whole thing, holds the money in an escrow account until the deal is complete for your buyer protection. And because Bicycle isn't having to warehouse the bikes somewhere, they go directly from the seller to the buyer, they keep the prices incredibly low, like surprisingly low. It's only 3.5% for the seller and 5% for the buyer. But if you use the link in the description, you can get that seller protection fee waived. In other words, free listing. Now, I am told that the rest of the process is super easy. They ship you a box, label, and everything once my bike gets sold. But we'll find out, and I'll document the process once my bike gets sold in the next video. So thanks again, Bicycle. And then so the last thing that we talked about, which is making videos in this garage. This garage is dual purpose. I'm gonna make videos, a lot of videos out of this garage. I installed these lights, big LED light panels. There's 4 of them. So they're going to give this constant light in here, which is going to be really easy just to flick on the light. The switch is on a dimmer over here, and I can adjust the amount of light. And then you probably saw, I haven't mentioned it, you can probably see these lights over here sitting in the corner. Again, just super easy. This big one is on wheels, and I mean, as easy as this right here. There's the setup. We have a light, we have a chair, we have a tripod, and then we have this cool view of the desk and the jerseys in the background. So I think you're going to be seeing more of this setup. You know, sometimes I'll be working on things on this desktop. If I'm doing just more, talking head into a camera, then there's the setup. So I'm really stoked with how this came out. It's still not quite there, but we're about 90%. That's all. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks again to Bicycle for sponsoring this video. And if you want a really good price on a pretty much brand new bike, then check out the link in the description. First come, first served on the Polygon Helios A9X. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch you in the next one.